sometimes this misconception idea that introverts can't do public speaking, introverts can't be sociable, introverts can't be confident, introverts can't, and that's actually not true. It's and as you said, it's only the way that we use our brains or the way that we think and the way that we process our energy. That's the difference. Introverts can be as ambitious or as an extrovert. Extroverts can have no confidence. Extroverts can be bad at public speaking. So you can shift it, but it's almost, and this is something that I've noticed. So this is sort of my opinion that I've come up with. So correct me if you think I'm way off track here. But I sometimes think that introversion and extroversion has become popular now. And it's people are labeling themselves, and even the ambivert in the middle. And it's like, well, I'm introverted, so I can't do that. Well, why not? Well, because I'm introverted. Okay, so first of all, do you understand what being introverted means? And second of all, why can't you do that? There are some amazing public speakers who class themselves as introverts, and they hold rooms with thousands of people. They hold that energy. They are confident. Why shouldn't they be? And this is something that there's almost this misconception that if you're an extrovert, you can be a good business owner, but if you're an introvert, you can't. And this is something that I'm finding quite interesting. It's always interesting how people jump onto labels, give it to themselves, and then that's what they do with their life. And I'm thinking, but as an introvert, you can do anything with your life. You just find a way to do it, a way that's comfortable to doing it.
Yeah,
Does that make sense to a fellow introvert?
absolutely. So a lot of people like to wear a badge on them, don't they? And they go, I'm a you can't read that now, but it's just shy introvert. And then they'll everything they do will be living up to that badge because that's what they've developed as their new persona. And again, I often say to people if we're in this conversation, which we're doing now, do you know what? The way you come across has nothing to do whatsoever with the way you process information, because when I was on a call last night where I was talking about all the technology to as many people as possible being recorded live, and there's no room for error. It's just you're just in a stream of consciousness and you're delivering all that thing. Before that, I was in the RAF and delivering all sorts of conference speeches and leading parades and all sorts of things. It's got nothing to do with the way you process information. It's just the way you choose to behave or the way you choose to come across. So again, I could be the most shy, retiring type in a group environment, or I could be centre stage. That would be horrible for me, but if that's what I need to do at that time, then that's what I do in order to make that particular impression. My one scariest moment actually in the Air Force was when I was the boss of a training organisation in a drinking environment, and I wasn't all that familiar with my speech, and I stood up, got heckled straight away as the boss, and then I just had to just get through that and just sit down and just go, do you know what, I'm not going to do that ever again, because that was such a horrible experience to do that I'm going to prepare even more than normal and make sure I know exactly what I'm talking about. You're absolutely, I agree entirely that people have this concept that you're introverted or whatever. I've heard the comment so many times. I say to people, I'm an introvert, and they go, you're what? You're no way. I said, yes, I am. They say, well, you seem like the most confident person possible. I said, well, that's because I wear a persona. So when I go into a networking meeting or a business meeting, my persona is different. That's how I'm projecting as a genuine, caring, interactive person, and I'm really listening to what you're saying, but I'm also interacting as well. So yes, I put me in a pub where I don't know anybody, I'll be in the corner.